I've broken it down into three main areas, right? The first being, regulatory non-compliance. And I think a lot of it started with the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, and, the prevention of bribery of foreign government officials. Then, of course, the UK came along with their version of it. But what we're also seeing is there's more and more regulation and more rules coming out, including the Modern Day Slavery Act, which is, directing and telling companies how to do business, where to do business, and the best practices that they should be adopting in order to do business the right way. Reputational damage, the most valuable asset a company has. Right? So what can you do to protect it? What can you do to enhance it? We've seen lots of case studies, and I'll go through a couple of them during this introduction, about where we've seen companies getting the headlines for the wrong reasons. And part of today's discussion is seeing what we can do, what companies can implement to make sure they do stay out of the headlines. And finally, the third aspect is really around stakeholder risk, whether it's shareholders, internal stakeholders, whether it's NGOs, and actually NGOs have become very influential when it comes to directing companies or advising companies on how to do things and what best practices to implement. So we'll explore that as well a little bit. The key thing really is it is on government agendas, right? A lot of what we do, especially in the risk and compliance space, is driven by regulation. It's driven by the government saying we expect companies to do this. So we've got things like the UK Modern Slavery Act that's coming out, expecting companies to put into place policies, procedures, and document and prove what they're doing to try and mitigate risks around slavery and bonded labour. Of course, FCPA, you've got conflict minerals, and you've got things like the Thai fishing seafood industry now, right? I mean, Thai seafood is the third largest exporter of seafood globally, but they're on this yellow card as of last year due to the fact that it was found that slavery was involved, or human trafficking or bonded labour was used as part of the production and manufacturing and redistribution of seafood from Thailand. I think we're still waiting, is that right, Steve? Still waiting on the outcome from the EU about whether or not that yellow is going to go to a red. But I think it's a great reflection of the importance that governments are taking to ensure they stamp this out.